Self-improvement in today's age has become more about performance and not actually transformation. Or in simpler terms, it's become more about showing off that you want to improve and not actually improving.
It's so easy to beat people today.
Because if you think about it, everyone wants to be seen as the person who has read the book and not actually implemented the things that have been said or taught in that particular book. And if you're being honest with yourself, you've seen it online or you've felt it or experienced it yourself. So in today's video, I want to give you a new perspective into how you can embark on your self-improvement or personal development journey. And also, I want to give you a new method to undertake or to embark on self-improvement. And that is the boring method. I called it the boring method because it's very boring. You'll get to see why it's called the boring method. And also, it's all about doing less. And also, in this particular episode, I want to break down the psychological reason as to why you find it hard to be consistent, and also why you find it very, very hard to get results out of your self-improvement journey. So forgive me for the construction noises. So, I want to give a message before I start this episode to my hustle bros out there. If you like grinding 16 hours a freaking day, you want to work out 4 hours a day, I really believe this video is not for you, because we are going to be taking a very different perspective into self-improvement, and it's going to get uncomfortable, but it's very necessary, especially as we're going to 2026, and the last thing that you want is going into another year with the same version of yourself that let you down 2025, 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021. We want to break that cycle in this particular video. We're going to start in 3, 2, and 1. So here's the comfortable truth that you need to face about your self-improvement journey and the reason that you're lacking the results that you want. Your problem isn't that you lack discipline. It's not that you are lazy. It's not that you are inconsistent. Your problem is your identity. Identity, in simple terms, is basically who you are, and who you are boils down to what are your habits. Because if you think about it, if your habits are the things that you regularly do on a regular basis, for example, you smoke, you study a lot, you are insecure, you're the jealous type, you have anger issues, so on and so forth, that means we are just a sum of the actions or the habits that we do. Hence, if you smoke, that's your habit. If that's your habits, that's part of your identity, or that's something that makes your identity. So you are a smoker. So the problem with most people is that they lack a proper understanding of who they are, but they think they know themselves, but they lack a proper understanding, as I've just said, of who they actually are. Please forgive me for the construction noises. I can't do anything about it, please. Please forgive me for that. So, and when you embark on your self-improvement journey with a vague understanding of the self, it's like trying to build a fortress without a foundation. If the foundation is not there, the building will crumble. Meaning, identity always wins.
Tyler Durden.
And you cannot change your life until you change the foundation from which your life was built in. If the strength of the foundation of the fortress being built isn't known, the likelihood of that fortress standing strong for a long time is 0 to none. And that's how most people embark on the self-improvement journey. You're always doing all these hacks, the detox, the monk mode, waking up early at 5 a.m., reading 5 books every single week, when in reality, your foundation or your identity is super, super weak. Maybe you want to start getting rich, and your reason for getting rich is you want to avoid being broke, when in actuality, you just want to overcompensate for the fact that you are insecure and you lack self-worth. You feel more worthy when you're rich, when in actuality, you don't need to do that. Maybe you want to start getting more healthy, but the problem isn't that you cannot go to the gym, the problem is that you cannot pay for a membership. The problem is you smoke and you take alcohol every single day. Maybe that's your problem and you don't want to admit it. Maybe you want to get your finances together. Maybe that's your goal, that's your area that you want to improve. But the problem is you have terrible friends. They influence you to go out every single day, every single week, every single Monday to spend money on drinks and things that won't help you. Hence, you get your finances together. If you're with me, I think you're getting my point about how identity trumps everything, how identity or how having a weak foundation or identity will ruin your self-improvement journey. But here's the thing. It's so simple to change your identity. But the problem is, it's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy. It's not aesthetic. It's not something you can post on IG. It is absolutely boring. And come to think of it, most people are running away from exactly that. They're running away from the boring and repetitive work. That's why they add 10 to 15 things on their morning routine, 100 things to their everyday life just to get themselves excited for their work. When in actuality, I'm not going to sit here and tell you work is fun. It is fun. I like making videos. I like doing the things that I do. I like working out, I like acting. But the part of enjoyment comes after doing the work. 98% of the time, it's absolutely boring. It's absolutely repetitive. And that's the work that will get you to the results that you want. So I want you to think about self-improvement like this. It's not about doing more. It's about being more intentional with the little things. It's about replacing the unconsciously done habits. For example, negative talk, staying up late, doing all the things that you do that are not helping you, and replacing them with small, deliberate actions that reinforce who you want to be. And this is how you're going to do it practically through the method that I introduced in the beginning of this video, which is the boring method. Step 1, choose one mindset shift every single day. So this comes from the concept of self-acceptance. So ask yourself, what belief about myself is holding me back? What belief about myself is holding me back? Then write it down, examine it, and also consciously replace it with a new belief. For example, your old belief can be, I need money to feel wealthy, not feel wealthy. I need money to feel important and worthy. The new belief can be, I am valuable regardless of my bank account. You don't need 50 affirmations to look in the mirror and chant 50 affirmations every single day. You just need one consciously repeated to replace the old belief, which will now shape your new identity. Step 2, take one physical action every single day that reflects that new identity. So this comes from the concept of self-destruction, dismantling the old self and also introducing the new one, or building the new one at the same time. So this could be, or one physical action could be training or exercising, even if you don't want to do so. Cleaning your own space or cleaning your room to show that you are a disciplined person. Saying no to the things that reinforce your old limitations, such and such. So every single action, every small break, everything that you do is building the foundation of your new identity. You're proving to yourself step by step that you are capable of becoming the person that you want to be. Step number 3, end every day with reflection. So ask yourself, did I act today as the person that I want to become? Or did I act like my old self? If the answer is yes, you repeat that tomorrow. Even if it's just one thing that reinforces the identity that you want to build, repeat that tomorrow. If it's no, don't punish yourself, man. If you failed, act with compassion. I call it compassion. I think most people don't understand what compassion is. Treat yourself right. Don't punish yourself. If you do something bad, don't say, hey, I'm stressed, I'm terrible, I don't do this well. No. What you need to do when you fail is to act with compassion. Lift yourself up, because the last person who needs to put you down is yourself. You need to be your biggest fan. I always tell my girlfriend that if you feel like you're talking negatively to yourself, there are so many people who are out there who are going to do it for you, and you need to be the not even the last person. You do not even need to be on that I'm going to say fucking list, on that fucking list. You don't need to be on that fucking list of the people who doubt or talk negatively about you. You need to treat yourself with compassion. So lift yourself up, adjust, iterate, and then move forward. Failure has no chance of getting you when you, not even getting you, of infiltrating your self-worth or mental peace when you're acting with compassion. when you're treating yourself like a person you love. So this daily check rewires your mind to notice what supports your growth and what doesn't. You'll be more self-aware of what is pulling you down and what's lifting you up. And the beauty of all these 3 steps, all this system, it's absolutely fucking easy. It's very, very, very easy. I'm sorry, I'm talking so fast, I don't know why. The dogs are out for a walk, and if they come back and find me recording, holy Jesus. Barking everywhere, I'm sorry. So as I was saying, the beauty of this system, it's absolutely freaking easy. It's very, very easy, but it's boring. You don't need 350 pages read of Atomic Habits or the best self-improvement book out there in order to start doing this particular thing. You don't need to wake up in the right way, do the right things, do the right strategies in order to be able to do this thing. The thing that you need always, even when you're embarking on a particular journey of endeavor, may it be working out, may it be studying, you always need to ask yourself, what is the bare minimum of pain that I can endure? Find that bare minimum of pain that you can endure. Maybe it's 2 hours of working out, maybe it's 1 hour, maybe it's 15 minutes of working out, maybe it's 2 hours of studying, maybe it's just 1 hour of studying. Look for the bare minimum that you can handle and then do that. That is your starting point. Maybe when it's nothing, do nothing. Because the last thing that you want to do is to force yourself. I don't believe in forcing yourself to do your work. I believe in negotiating with yourself. Okay, I want to do this. What do I want to do? Or what does the self want to do? Oh, okay. I want to scroll on TikTok, but I still want to study. So, what do you get when you're scrolling on TikTok? Maybe you want to get a dopamine hit. Okay, if you want to do that, listen to music that is somewhat stimulating but will help you focus at the same time you are studying. Hence, you fulfill the needs of the other self, and also you sustain the needs, or you look at the needs of the self that you're building. Hence, it's a negotiation. It's not tyranny. It's not like you're a dictator of yourself, because at some point, when people are under dictatorship, which is not good, which is very, very harsh, they will eventually rebel. And we don't want that with ourselves. We want to negotiate. So find out what that bare minimum is and start from there. And that's how you start to transform and not to perform. Cheers and God bless.